There are all kinds of pitfalls and ways that these youngsters can make weapons out of this process. And I want to just let you know about them. So one of them is darts or dart throwing. And that's often dredging up the past and being insulting about something that happened already. And what we want to try to do is to keep ourselves out of the past, and we also want to try to keep ourselves out of tripping about the future. We have a saying that's a fun one. If I've got a foot in yesterday and I've got a foot in tomorrow, I'm pissing all over today. So what we want to try to watch out for is dredging up the past or being too concerned about the future so that we're not addressing what's present right here, right now. And that's that there's a disagreement happening. So the darts can be that, and the darts can be name calling, easy and ever present, right? And they can also be just hurling an insult that doesn't even make sense there. And again, I want to encourage you, the parent, who's going to mediate in this scenario, to slow them down. Hey, those aren't actually upholding the values when we do that, and I don't think that we're going to get anywhere this way. Sometimes the darts are coming so quickly that we actually have to completely stop. But here's what we do. We take breaks and breathers. And the reason why I like to use that language is because then it doesn't say that this is just over now. Instead, it's let's take a break really quick. The break implies that we're going to do a little self and co-regulation. A breather actually says what we're going to do. Maybe take a deep breath. In some cases, we might not have to split up altogether, and you can say, everybody just pause for a second. We're going to silently take a deep breath, and we're going to try this again, starting with a fab statement. When you have done this over and over again in a really repetitive, sometimes mind-numbing way, what we're doing is we're teaching these kids to slow down in those moments, to honor their emotions, and also to delay gratification. In some cases, they think, I'm just going to attack them and I'm going to say what I want to say, and that'll be it. What we have to remember is that when we insult others, it actually steals a piece from us. And to tell your kids that, and to invite them to try again, to try harder, is how they will actually grow. It will get easier over time, but it'll be pretty challenging at first. Once again, authoritative parenting. We're trying to teach as we go in the moment, and it will be taxing, but it won't always be this way. I believe in you. Get it. Now, when we take these breaks and breathers, I think it's a great idea to invite the kids involved to describe how long they feel like they're going to need. Now, if they're saying, I'll see you next week, that may not be a realistic or timely kind of time frame. And then we can encourage them to maybe make it a little bit more manageable. But you know your kids best. They may need 30 minutes. They may need an afternoon. It depends on the scenario. In some cases, it might be 2 minutes. Just have them do a lap around the living room and then come back to it again. To literally shake it out of the body sometimes is really, really beneficial. So if you can get them moving, that'll work. So when they are taking these breaks and breathers, it's important to have an expectation set up that all distractions are to be paused in that moment. So we're not scrolling on the phone, we're not playing video games, we're not watching television, none of that stuff. I would even go so far as to say if somebody wants to pick up a book and read. It is a coping skill to read. However, it might be pulling yourself into something outside of this moment. And it would be better to focus on what's happening in my body. Am I still agitated? Can I come back to this conversation? And the more that we're encouraging our kids to be in their bodies, to be with their emotions, the more likely they will be able to use this tactic and this strategy when they're older, in jobs, in relationships, all those so important things that they could lose. But they're safer when they practice here with you.